The project is called Strengthening Civil Society Voices in Climate Action in Zambia, and this will be implemented in 5 districts. That is Luangwa, Rufunsa, Chongwe, Chirundu, and Lusaka. The project we are launching in the district has been funded by the United Nations Democracy Fund. It is focusing on 2 important documents that has been created by government through the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment. Of course, the process had started way back in 2021, and they had to expedite the process and just to ensure that we can have these documents ready. I think last week we were having a CSO validation of an app. So the 2 documents, one of them is called the National Adaptation Plan. In short, we call it a NAP, National Adaptation Plan. We call it a NAP. And the second one is called National Determined Contribution, the NDCs. Okay. So these 2 documents are very important and critical for us as a nation, in the sense that these are national set targets in addressing climate change impacts. And they are looking at different specific issues around infrastructure, agriculture, energy, food security, health, community. It's having ambitious goals and desires. But for us to effectively achieve the implementation, it requires all the stakeholders to be part of the process. If we cannot have full understanding of what the government has actually set, even as a civil society, when we are designing our projects or lobbying for resources, we may be missing the national targets and focusing on what we want to do. As you are aware, the way we work, we are supplementing government efforts. And these 2 important documents are a direction to what we want to go as a nation. So why are we implementing such an activity or a project focusing on those 2 documents? One, we want to raise awareness among different stakeholders, starting at community level. And what that means is local authorities, local CSOs, local community-based organizations, local faith-based organizations has to be mobilized and trained. It's also to ensure that for the civil society that are securing funding, whatever they are setting in their projects, they should also pick a few things from the national targets so that they can actually contribute towards achieving what we want to do. Lastly, some of the activities that we want to do really is to train different stakeholders, build their capacity, hold different stakeholders with different technical people. And one of the key activities where we are going to engage a climate adaptation expert that is going to undertake a needs assessment or a baseline in all the 5 districts. One, to identify how climate change has actually impacted the district in terms of the economy, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of food security, in terms of health, in terms of weather. So it's going to capture different semantics, and it will come up with recommendations of what we can do.
This is a very commendable effort for Center for Environment Justice, and we are much welcome in the district. We actually have to put you on our database here and to give you all the necessary support that you would need to work with us, like you rightly put, as our partners in development.
With regards to the project, this is so encouraging, depending on where you have elaborated. Because this, I think all these pillars you've mentioned, I think is also in line with the New Dawn's government.
Right.
That's why the moment the New Dawn government formed government, I think specific, I think the government had looked to create this extra, the new ministry.
Right.
Yeah, basically, I think that symbolizes that the government is determined and very focused to the issue of climate change.
Right.
Because climate change, basically it has affected the entire globally. Mm-hmm. As a country, Zambia are not left out. So as a district, Rufunsa, equally are not left out. Mm-hmm. So specifically coming to the district we mentioned, I think we as Rufunsa district so much grateful so that we are part and parcel of those who benefit. Yeah, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I'm so grateful that we are among the districts which will benefit from this sensitization, so that we see the way how we can cover up this issue of how we can put up heads together to the issue of the climate change. Chongwe and Rufunsa, it was one district under Chongwe, but it was very vast. So such sensitization, I think, we didn't have much of such. Now that we are a district on our own, I think we are able now to have such sensitization, which I feel it will be a mile in terms of change, because the behavior, which may be, for example, lead to deforestation, is the behavior. So with that information, I think it's welcome. In Rufunsa district, which is also a Rufunsa constituency, there is only one constituency in Rufunsa district. I think we have 12 councillors.
Definitely, this climate change, it affects everyone. And definitely that's the reason why we have got even the cry of mew mew, what, because of the rains and all that. Rufunsa is more affected because of the charcoal burning. And I think it's something which will help mindset people so that they can change for the betterment, and also know how to plant trees. Cut one tree, plant another tree. That would be much better for us. And also, your coming, I think it has come at the right time. And this is a time where we're crying to say, what do we do? How do we engage these people? So if we put our heads together, then we're able to succeed and see the betterment of our district and even the nation as at large.